Yo, what is up, Young Squad? It's your boy Young D, if you're new to the channel. If you want banger videos like this and want more banger videos like this one, please subscribe and turn on your post notifications for me. And for the people that do know me, like I said, appreciate all the love and support. Without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. As y'all can see, I title it, Is Rocket Racing Officially Cooked? Now, if we go and look at the numbers of Rocket Racing, right? Rocket Racing is pulling three, sometimes I see it at 8,000 people playing the game, which that's okay numbers, but really, I feel like for Rocket Racing to thrive, we need 10 to 12,000, you know what, 10 to 15,000 people playing Rocket Racing, because at that point, we'll have matchmaking would be good. There's a lot of people playing the game. A lot of people get into games faster, and on top of that, at least you know with that many numbers, Rocket Racing can have like a life cycle. Um, but fast forward to now, and let's be honest, we haven't even received our first major update of Inferno Island. I believe we're like basically a month in Inferno Island, and we still haven't gotten one single update. Now, obviously, I'm not counting the bug fixes. I know they be doing bug fixes, but even with the bug fixes, it's not the bugs that we want them to fix. The ones that's really breaking down their game and holding them back from actually succeeding. Those are the bugs they haven't even touched on, and we've been requesting them to fix it since towards the end of season one. Getting more into the topic, is Rocket Racing officially cooked? Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'll say it is. Um, I haven't seen one word uh of the devs talking in the Discord, and on top of that, usually the leakers, if an update is coming out with any game mode, the leakers will be on it, and not even the leakers posted a single thing about Rocket Racing besides, future collabs that's coming out. But like on top of updates, we got no news on no new tracks, no nothing about no new game modes. We got none of that. And speaking of game modes, Death Racing was allegedly leaked for it to come out at the end of season one, probably in season two. Last thing we've heard about that was they were still working on it. Now it went quiet. I bet people forgot about the Death Race game mode that was leaked. Um so yeah, I think that Rocket Racing might be officially cooked unless we do get an update this week. If we get an update this week, you know, maybe Rocket Racing still got some life left in them. If not, it might be GG's. This game mode might be dead until Epic Games officially pull the plug on it. And honestly, I don't want that to happen. What I do want to see is Rocket Racing getting a rebrand. Instead of making a Rocket Racing based off of Rocket League, how come we just can't get a big Fortnite racing collab? Like, what I mean by that, obviously, for the people that play Fortnite, you got the cars, you got planes, you got boats, you basically got all of the vehicles basically in Fortnite, and you can, once you get into a vehicle, you get to customize your car, whether it's a boat, plane, etc., etc. So why don't they just make that into a racing formula? With the cars and SUVs, obviously they can be based on Rocket League, and then we can have like customizable boats, like different type of boats, like speed boats, jet skis, where we can be racing in the water, or even submarines where we had to go inside, like in the water, under the water. And then when we're in the sky, guess what? Planes, um, type of helicopters, you know? And on top of that, with that being said, they will be able to make more money off of vehicles. And when you get into battle royale, when you get into a vehicle, it will be your vehicle, like how they're doing in battle royale with Rocket League cars. They can do that same way with boats, planes, and helicopters, and make us race like that. Now, obviously, y'all wondering how can that be? Well, one good example, Mario Kart. Mario Kart has that. Even though in Mario Kart, um, when you get into a sky, you pull out a little glider. They can add that in Rocket in the a new game mode of Rocket Racing. Obviously, we got gliders in Fortnite right now, so they can attach our gliders onto our cars that we choose for battle royale, and they can transfer it into, Rocket Racing, or they can have us transform into the planes or helicopters in our choosing. At this point, I'm just spitting out ideas of how they can rebrand Rocket Racing. For example, I was playing a game called The Crew, and look, The Crew. See, like I said, for The Crew, you see, I'm driving in a car, and then it ended up transforming me or skipping to me driving in a boat. Now I'm in a speedboat, and then right when I'm driving in a speedboat, guess what? I end up transforming into a plane. See, we can get a racing mode like that, or we can go with my other idea where we can use the gliders that we have in Battle Royale, and we can put them on our cars. So when we're in the air and we gotta fly in the air or race in the air, we'll be able to combine our gliders in with rocket racing. Um, Also, like with the new branding of rocket racing, they should just go ahead, take out ranked. All right, rank at this point, there's no need for rank, at least not yet. When they take out rank, they should bring in two game modes. Now, I said two, but I just thought of a third one while I'm editing this video. For the people that played not Rocket Racing, people that played Fortnite last season, and we had them all them cars, and you can, with your cars, you was able to customize your vehicle for it to be like a massive destruction, adding turrets, grenade launchers, and all that. That was a perfect time for Rocket Racing, Psyonix, Epic Games, whoever, to announce a Fortnite Derby game mode where they put 16 people in one arena, and we customize our cars, upgrade them, and we go and destroy other people's cars. And you will have like 3 lives. After your 3 lives, you're eliminated, and you basically get sent back to the lobby. That is a game mode they really should have added, but they didn't, and they sold. They sold. One can be a nice, fun item game mode. For people that don't know, in Rocket League, there's a game mode called Rumble, and you use items to play. Guess what? Some of those items can be brought into Rocket Racing's item game mode, and they can add some items like every week, every 2 weeks. They can change some items, nerf some items, bring in some new items, just like how Fortnite does when, they're changing the loot pool. They can change the loot pool of items in Rocket Racing new items mode. And then the second game mode they can bring for the people that don't like to play in the items mode, they can bring in Death Race. With Death Race, that can be a nice, fun, competitive way to play against not only your friends but against other people online. And with Death Race, it might take a little bit of skill because guess what? You're gonna have to be dodging some obstacles. You might be able to throw in some obstacles to torture your opponents, or the maps will have its own obstacles. I mean, there's a lot of ways that Death Race can go about, and that's really up to not only the devs but also the community to see what type of death race they would want. Now that can be a nice fun way to rebrand Rocket Racing. And then once we get more people into Rocket Racing, then they can add ranked back with like no items, no, probably combined with some death races, some death race tracks into rank, and also add some new maps in the items mode. Now, obviously, with the items and death racing, we don't want the same tracks to be in both game modes. We want different types of tracks, and then in ranked, you can combine both of the tracks into one loot pool, so we can have a variety of different tracks, like different dynamic tracks. And what I meant by dynamic, um, now you might think about Mario Kart, which is also good, but really I'm thinking about, this is out of the loop, thinking outside the box, Fall Guys. Since Fall Guys is part of Epic Games, we can get some type of maps like how Fall Guys got. Like if Fall Guys, you play on different types of maps. In reality, you play on different types of maps. And there's some maps where you play on the same map, but it might feel different. You might play on one map that's normal, and then you'll play on the same map with like low gravity, and you'll be able to jump the highest, and it creates a lot more fun and different dynamic to the game. And that's another thing that Rocket Racing is missing out. Different dynamics of the game. These maps that they be dropping, they're cool, but once you keep playing them over and over again, they kind of start to get boring, and then you see the same maps over and over again, and then you get tired, and then at that point, you kind of just want to play for a little bit and then get off because it's really the same maps and there's really nothing new about it. But you know, like I said, with dynamic tracks, guess what? Boom, we'll have a different type of way. And on top of that, matter of fact, at a third game mode, speed trials, or basically what they have right now, but now we'll be speed running um, with maps that's in Death Race, going against dodging Death Race obstacles, and then also um, we'll have a normal dynamic track with items mode, and with speed running and items mode tracks. There'll just be no items, so basically like you're playing ranked without the items. As you can see, I'm just throwing out ideas. I might be out of the place, but I'm just saying things that what I would love to see Rocket Racing to do. Now, obviously, with this being said, if they end up rebranding Rocket Racing should be taken out of the loophole, out of the system for, let's say, if they watch this video and they end up following my idea and they start rebranding Rocket Racing, um, they'll need to be taken out and then rebranded when Chapter 6 come out. And then, a lot of people see a new look of Rocket Racing, and then boom. Now, at this point, if they keep up with the updates, with the new way of Rocket Racing 2.0, um, now all three game modes in Fortnite will be able to thrive and live on. And that's what Epic wanted to see. Um, all three modes being popular. Have three different communities now, and Rocket Racing can finally have the light that is meaning to shine in. But as of right now, where it's going, Rocket Racing has no light to shine in. Like literally, people are buying cars to use in Battle Royale and don't even want to use it in Rocket Racing. They just want to buy it for Battle Royale and use them in Battle Royale only, knowing, or probably people out here now forgetting that Rocket Racing is a game mode. So, but yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think of my idea of Rocket Racing getting a rebrand. And also comment down below as well if y'all think I'm wrong, I'm tripping. about Rocket Racing might being cooked. Um, I always read the comments down below. But yeah, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and get ready for the next video. I started off, I blew up from Rocket Racing videos, but now if you scroll on my channel, you'll see I'm posting gameplays. That's what I originally wanted from my channel, posting gameplays um, on my channel, and and because at the end of the day, instead of me just being a rocket racer, I'm actually a full blown gamer. I really do this. I really game. So best believe y'all gonna see different types of games. Next month is October, so I'm gonna get some scary games in next year. Next month, and and just I'm gonna keep doing me. Road to 1,000 subscribers is on the way. Young Squad, I love y'all, and Young D is out of here. Deuces.